Well, good afternoon, everybody. Jughead here. There's no Dakota because I am actually right now starting my next ferry trip, taking a Husky from Moses Lake / Warden, Washington, up to Yakutat, Alaska. And we are sitting over here getting ready to pick up that airplane and get headed towards Snohomish. And I'll stage it there, waiting on a weather window to make the 2-day run up to Yakutat. So video one out of Ontario, Oregon, obviously covered getting down there, covered the STOL competition. As soon as the Friday STOL competition practice was done, we jumped in the airplanes and flew out to one of the competitors' place. He has a beautiful ranch out to the south and west of Ontario, put on a great barbecue spread for us. So that's what the first half of this video covers. And then we fast forward to right back after the competition ended. Saturday afternoon and Saturday night, we knew we were going to get a huge wind event come through Ontario. It was going to affect all of the Pacific Northwest. It was going to be windy from my home airport in Snohomish all the way through the Columbia Basin of eastern Washington, southern Idaho, eastern Oregon, and we're talking 30 to 45 knot winds on the ground. So I knew as soon as I was done with this contest, it was load everything in the airplane and get headed for home. But first, let's go enjoy that great flight out with a special guest in my airplane to the barbecue. Well, when we arrived at the ranch, it was pretty nice. Everybody had gotten in ahead of us for the most part. So we just joined a left downwind so we could take a good look at it. Looked pretty straightforward, about the way the owner had briefed. I think Dakota's ready for some barbecue and to meet some new people. It was fun watching the other airplanes come in and land, and what a variety. I mean, there's my 170, a Zenith. We got a 140. Here's the Beast, experimental 175. We had a little bit of everything at this strip that evening. Pretty cool collection of airplanes here. What a neat location. Dakota thought the Taylorcraft made a pretty good umbrella. Well, it was a wonderful barbecue and a great time talking to some new friends and catching up with some old friends. But before long, it was time for Rowdy and I to get headed for home. So as we got ready to leave, density altitude sitting around 5,000 to 6,000 feet. We knew it wasn't going to be a super short takeoff. Just let the airplane build up its speed. When it was ready to fly, let it fly. Keep that nose down in some low ground effect. Get into some good airspeed, and then just fly what the airplane will give you. Yeah, I agree, Dakota. That was a little bit firm on the touchdown.
There you go. See, now that I have it read for, I can put it.
Well, once we got back, it was time to play some Uno with the grandson of John Douglas, the host from Wyoming's National STOL event, and that young kid kind of cleaned us out.
I have to draw.
Oh.
You get a wild. You get to play it.
Then I do another one.
No, you pick the color.
Green.
Oh, that's a terrible color, kid.
Yeah, I agree.
You trying to take me for my money?
I have mostly greens. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I don't have mostly greens.
I have no greens.
What?
I don't have any greens.
Is this a drinking game?
Sure, if you have beer.
All right, I got beer. Hold on. Woo! Dirty kiss. All right. God, I love these Wyoming 8-year-olds. All right, so we're back with you. So to set the scenario again, we have just finished the competition. wrapped it up. I've taxied over. I've thrown everything in the airplane as quick as I could. I had it all prepackaged, ready to go, and now we are going to bust out of here. Okay, I'm going to have good weather up to Baker City, i.e. a little bit of a tailwind if I stay down low, but then I'm going to lose the tailwind. Going by the concrete plant in Concrete, Oregon along I-84. All right, so I get to Baker City. I don't really need gas because I've only been flying for just short of an hour. But any place that I go and land after here, the wind's going to be blowing 20 to 30 plus. It just doesn't make sense to subject yourself to that if you don't need to. So I land in Baker City. It's a great FBO, wonderful service. I fill the airplane. I fill my fuel bag. And the game plan is I'm going to get airborne. I'm going to fly over the worst of this wind. If I need to, I can stop in Easton, Washington, or maybe Bandera. Those are some Washington State mountain strips. I can stop, dump in the fuel bag, and then that'll get me home without having to go and land in LeGrand, Pendleton, Walla Walla, Pasco. Those are all blowing 25 to 45 mile an hour. I was thinking maybe just take it up to the farm. I could land in any direction I wanted to on the circles. It was always a headwind. But then trying to get it in the hangars and dealing with it, I'm like, no, if I can get airborne and just safely overfly all this, I'm just going to do that, even if it's going to take a long time. So that was the plan. But as I'm on the ground at Baker City, Shad calls me up. He drives by me and he goes, hey, 2 miles past Baker City, I hit a wall of wind. So when I actually take off in Baker City, it's still less than 8 mile an hour wind out of the east. 2 miles away, I hit a wall of 35 mile an hour wind. It doesn't matter if I'm at 500 feet or 10,000 feet. It's smooth, but it is straight on the nose. Shad Forrester is 16 miles ahead of me, driving a car when I take off in my airplane. It's going to take a little bit of time for me to catch him. From up here, it looks nice, but this is just out to the west of Baker City, headed to the family ranch, and yeah, it's not so nice headwind-wise. This is me finally passing Shad, who's driving. That's 2 hours after we left Baker City, Oregon. Want to talk about some headwinds? Well, they were going to get worse. Out across the Umatilla area, the winds were raging. There were a few fires that were starting to kick up as well. Nothing significant in this one, though. The next one I came across was getting really close to some homes. The old McNary Dam. Spent a lot of time there as a kid growing up. Would go have picnics, meet our grandparents from LeGrand, and catch bullfrogs. Out across the south of Tri-Cities, Washington, up in the dryland country, we had a few more big fires burning. Mainly just sagebrush and grass between the irrigation circles, so nothing of value getting destroyed. But man, was the Columbia Basin skies full of smoke and dust. Well, it quickly became apparent as I was making my way across central Washington that with today's winds, I was going to need to stop for fuel a second time. This is landing in Yakima, Washington. The ATA said it was blowing about 10 to 20, mostly straight down the runway, but when it got time to taxi out, I think you're going to see that I think we were blowing a lot more than 10 to 20. The old McAllister Flying Service. Old piece of history here in Yakima. I've been coming here since I was 17, 18 years old. Easy fuel stop. And right behind those hangars, you'll see is where Cub Crafters got their start. You know it's blowing when you get weather vaned. Not once, not twice, but I got weather vaned 3 times trying to taxi out to the runway. Alright, we are airborne. This should be, on a normal day, about an hour and 15-minute flight to Snohomish. That's not what we were going to experience today. As I'm working my way to the northwest, I'm doing about 45 knots of ground speed. I'm analyzing the weather and the winds over the Cascade Mountains. That portion just off to my left looks pretty nice. It has the lowest clouds, but it's also right in the shadow of Mount Rainier. And with 40 to 50 knot winds, there's no way I'm going to get downstream of Mount Rainier. So as I work my way up further to the north of it, I'm looking to find a place I think I can safely get across the mountains, dealing with what I suspect is going to be a pretty bumpy ride with the winds over the terrain. Well, there's kind of looking at what I'm dealing with. You can just see the top of Mount Rainier. I've got a broken layer underneath me that's 4,000 to 6,000 feet above the terrain. So I know I've got safely I can go out the bottom if I have to, but look at this ground speed. It is kicking my butt. I poke my nose into the mountains at one point and get about 10 miles in before the mountain wave pushes me out the bottom. I turn and come back out. I went back up to the north another 10 miles, tried to pick out another spot, immediately got pushed out again. So eventually I found a spot where I could see the wave because the clouds were forming, and I dove underneath the wave, got in front of the wave, and here I am now surfing the front side of this wave. That's it, just to my right. At 1,000 feet a minute, I go to 12,800 feet. That finally gives me the altitude that I could turn, dive to the next wave, which I can see, which is probably about 15 miles away. Yep, that's what the wind was doing over the top and what I was dealing with. The funny thing is, the ride was perfectly smooth the whole time going across the top of the mountains. I was not making any hardly forward progress. I surfed that second wave up one more time to the mid-12s before I could dive out and got all the way over the mountains. I wish I could have been sitting down at this concert at Schindler Farms out by Carnation, Washington. It would have been a little more relaxing than what I had just spent for the last 6 hours. And of course, you know, you get home and you have one last piece of bad luck, but thankfully it happened at my hangar. So what should have been an easy 3.5 hour flight home was 6 hours with 2 fuel stops, the highest I've ever had my airplane, and the worst mountain wave I've had to deal with in a general aviation airplanes. But man, it was a great contest down in Ontario. Once again, we appreciate everybody coming along. Hope you enjoyed this. Hope you learned something from it. Jughead and Dakota are out.